For my speech, there's two main things that I'm going to touch on. The first that everyone else has been touching on is the law of the process. And what came to my mind with the law of the process is that you guys, those of you here getting your new belts and everything, are in phase 2 right now. You all went through phase 1, which is where you're more unsure of yourself. Some people might be a little scared to come into the classes because you don't really know what's going on and everything yet. But then once you move on to level 2, you get a lot more comfortable. You have some friends, you know how the classes go, how it's all coordinated and everything. So you're a little bit looser and everything like that. Then once you get to level 3 is where things start to get a lot more serious because you're coming up on that black belt test. So the reason why I'm bringing up the difference in the phases is, in my opinion, and this could be argued, is I think phase 2 is probably the most fun phase that you go through because you start to learn a lot more of the high level techniques. Like you see the bear hugs and see a little bit of maybe the weapon stuff or fancy kicks, whatever new stuff that you're getting to learn, but without the expectation of I'm level 3, I'm brown belt, I'm red belt, I need to be performing these lower ranks, like looking up to me, I'm coming up on that black belt test. So a lot of times when people get to that phase 3, they quit for either two reasons. One, you think that you know everything already, you think that whatever, I know all these techniques, but you haven't mastered them yet until you get to your black belt test. Or it's the other way around, you get scared because that black belt test is coming up and you just, whatever fears and everything get in your way and end up quitting. But in level 2 right now, this is the phase where you should just focus on learning everything that you can, having fun, and don't be afraid to mess up, to not be the best, because you still have plenty of time until your black belt test. You got another year and a half, 2 years, maybe, depending if you're purple belt, if you're green belt. Some of you may be moving into that phase 3 where things do ramp up, get a little bit more serious. But regardless, the phase that you're in right now, just soak up everything that you can. Don't worry about messing up. Don't worry about looking perfect, and you'll just have a great time with it. Then you can start to sharpen things more once you get to phase 3. Now, leading into that, the second thing is mentioning don't be afraid to mess up. And I'll bring this up just because, I mean, it even happens at our level. Last one of the level 1 was here and I did my sword form, threw my sword on the ground. I dropped it, messed up during my form. And the reason why I bring this up is, again, one, you're never perfect. Even at a super high level, you make mistakes. But there's two things you can do. You can either let it beat you up and quit and be afraid to get back out there and do it again, or you can just go back, do it again, do it better, train better, get your mind right in a better state, and just go out there. And I mean, I came out here, felt like my form went pretty good today during this one. So the reason, again, I'm bringing all this up is this is the best time where you shouldn't have any expectations of yourself to be perfect. You should not be afraid to mess up. You should learn everything that you can and just always be giving your all. And then hopefully we'll see all of you guys stick it through phase 3, testing for your black belt pretty soon. So.